Hello, my automation fellow engineers, and welcome to the 1970s, because this is the 1970s Italian Beauty Car Challenge, or the Italian Beauty Contest for cars. And as we all know, 1970s Italian cars were breathtaking to look at and breathtaking to drive. They were very, very crazy in every single way, but the curves, the color scheme, the engine noise, the interior, everything was back then an absolute amazing thing, an absolute masterpiece. Even the names of the cars, like the Miura, Testarossa, the Dino. All these names are just beautiful. Really, I'm not really sure if these names are correct, period correct, but I'm talking about the names that I really, really love in classic 1970s, 80s, classic cars or classic Italian cars. But we are in the 70s here, so the whole purpose of this challenge is, of course, to design and create a beautiful car, a masterpiece to look at and to drive in automation game, and then I'll be testing it in BeamNG.drive, so you can of course win a chance, or of course have a chance of winning this car, which is the Monaco. Yes, my friend, this car is called the Monaco, which is of course the prize for this challenge. And this thing has a V12, it's mid-engined, a rear-wheel drive. It's crazy in every single way. It drives actually not that bad, and it can get 50 miles to the gallon, which is not really important, and it sounds amazing. Of course, it has a manual gearbox, gated shifter inside, the beautiful sporty interior. Everything is just beautiful, Italian, crazy in it. Alright, so the rules to participate are very, very, very straightforward and simple. Let's start with the first one, which is of course the production year. Of course, it needs to be 1970 exactly. No more, no less. And the next point, which is of course the allowed body type, your car needs to be a two-door coupe only. No convertibles, no four-door sedans, no SUVs, no pickups, wherever. No, because we are designing classic, beautiful Italian sports cars. All right, so the next bit, which is of course the allowed materials, everything is allowed, any material you want, except no fiberglass, because I'm not really interested in it. And I know it's very, very light, but I'm not interested because of the low safety penalty. And no, I'm not really interested at all in fiberglass, so it's not available, my friend. The next bit is of course the engine. You can choose absolutely any engine you want, but you need to keep in mind that your car is Italian, so there are some engines, some type of engines that are known to be Italian. I'm not gonna say which one I mean, because it's up to you, my friend. It's up to you to choose whatever engine you want, and you need to decide the perfect engine, what kind of type that will be perfect in your car, how much horsepower it will produce, how much torque it will produce, and of course the most important part, which is of course the exhaust note. Your exhaust note needs to be absolutely tremendous. It means your car needs to sound and to drive like a true Italian classic car. Keep it as authentic as possible. The next bit, which is of course let's see, we have talked about the engine type. Now the next bit is of course the fuel type. You can choose only 92 leaded octane fuel, on 92 octane leaded only. The next bit, which is of course the intake, you can choose standard or performance, but no race intake. All right. The next bit, which is of course the exhaust. All right, so the exhaust, you can choose absolutely any exhaust header you want, except no race exhaust header, because it will take so much time to be made. It will take so much engineering time, and yeah, it will actually be a bad thing to use. So no race exhaust header, but you can choose anyone you want from the rest of them. All right, now the next bit is the exhaust itself. Still in the exhaust, so you need to use at least a single muffler. Yeah, you need to use at least a single muffler, and your engine loudness should be less than 50 points. Yes, no more than 50. So 50 max. If your engine is making more than 50 loudness points, your whole car will get disqualified. You need to pay attention, my friend. Now the last bit for the engine is of course the production units and engineering time for the engine. So your engine production units needs to be 70 max. Your engine engineering time should be 130 max. Yes, my friends, 70 for the production units and 130 for the engineering time for the engine only. All right, moving on. The next bit is the drive type. Well, my friend, you can choose rear-wheel drive only because, of course, making a sports car needs to be front-engined or mid-engined or even rear-engined. So rear-wheel drive is more authentic to Italian sports cars. I mean, I know that there were some Italian cars with front-wheel drive, but no, I'm not talking about those cars. I'm talking about breathtaking sports cars or supercars, Italian-made. So rear-wheel drive only with manual gearbox only. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, can you even find an Italian supercar with automatic? That would be hideous. So manual gated shifter gearbox only. The differential needs to be open differential only, no automatic locker and no manual locker, please, because there were some cars from the previous challenge that got disqualified for choosing automatic locker or manual locker, only open differential. Next bit is, of course, the tires. You can choose any type of tire you want except the semi-slick, no semi-slick tires. The brakes, you can choose any brake type you want, drums, disc, whatever you want. Brake fading is only 3% max on all three categories. 3% max. 3.1%, the whole car will get disqualified. So please pay extreme attention. The next bit is the aerodynamics. You can choose any under tray you want. And let's see, the engine cooling needs to be 50 at least. 50 at least, because that's the default for the engine to be cooled. 50 at least. And the brakes cooling needs to be 20 at least. No less than 20 for the brakes and no less than 50 for the engine. The next bit is the interior. Of course, you can choose 2 seats only, 2 seats max, and no basic interior, please. Anything else you want, handmade, sport, whatever, but no basic interior. All right, the next bit is the entertainment system. Again, no basic entertainment system, and please, it's required, so don't choose the non-option. No non-option and no basic for the entertainment. The next bit is the power steering. It's optional. If you want your car to be more comfortable with hydraulic power steering, you can choose it. If you don't want to use it, it's up to you. It's optional. And all right, the next bit is the safety. The safety, of course, it's required. You need to have, seat belts inside, so it's required. But you can choose any option you want for the safety. The final bit of the car design is the suspension. You can choose absolutely any suspension you want, any springs, any dampers, any sway bars. It's up to you, my friend. All right, so the next bit after you design and choose the parts for your car is the total price for your whole car. So your car needs to cost at most, or the maximum cost of your car needs to be $19,000, 19K at 0% margin. I've actually chosen a little higher, total price, but to help you a little bit if you want to choose some expensive parts. So yeah, it's $19,000 max on 0% margin. Let's see. The next bit is of course the total category points, because on the previous challenge, on the 1970 land yacht challenge, I actually told everyone to send me or to participate, and the first 40 cars will be selected only. The first 40 cars will be, of course, chosen. And yeah, that was not bad actually, but a lot of people told me that it's not really good to design a car as quickly as you can. And of course, when you are designing a beautiful car, you need to take your time. So what I'm gonna do is simple. I'm gonna open the challenge as always, because on all of my previous challenges, I used to just give you a full week of designing your car and take your time. I'm gonna receive like more than 80 participants, and I'm okay with that. So in this challenge, I'm gonna also do that, and I'm gonna give you a full week. And that means the deadline for this challenge is the 15th of April 2019 at 6 p.m. plus 3 GMT time. That's my local time. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a full week to design your car and to submit it, and that means take your time. Don't rush your creation. I'm okay with getting 80 and more participants. It's okay. So the new rule, which is when you want to submit your car, you need to calculate your own total category points. Yes, my friends, you need to calculate your own total category points. So when you submit your car on my Discord, on my submitting channel, you need to drag and drop the .car file on the submitting page and write a comment on it, telling me, like for example, hello, this is my car for the Italian beauty challenge, and my total category points is, for example, this. So you need to calculate your own total category points. And I'm gonna get, and after the deadline, after we reach all the deadlines, I'm gonna download all the cars and I'm gonna write all of your total category points on my book, of course, on a piece of paper, and then I'm gonna verify your total category points. I'm gonna verify the top 20 cars. I'm gonna verify that these cars, the top 20 cars with the total category points, I'm gonna verify if the number that you have written is correct or not. And if the number is not correct, for example, if you told me that your car has, for example, 250 total category points, and then I found out that your car has, for example, 202, for example, then your car will be disqualified. I don't care how much time you put into it, because don't lie to me, my friend. I mean, just be honest. Tell me your car has received, for example, 200 and something total category points, or 150, or whatever. Just tell me, right? And if it's correct, and if you are in the top 20 cars, then you will be in the final video. So please, yeah, be honest with me and take your time and create a masterpiece. Create something that is absolutely breathtaking to drive. So we have solved that. The deadline is in, the total price is in. The category points, if you are not familiar with the category points, there are actually 8 individual categories: drivability, comfort, sport, prestige, safety, reliability, practicality, and eco. These 8 categories, you will get them when you design any car in automation game. You will at the final tab, you will get numbers in these categories. So what you are going to do is you need to add those 8 categories together, add them together, and you will get a total number. And that total number is your car total category number. That number will determine if your car is in the top 20 cars in the final video or not. All right, so please, my friend, pay extreme attention to the car in details, in the fixtures, everything. Make sure your car is just perfect in every way. I mean, these things are very, very obvious. The wipers, door handles, everything, all these things are just obvious. So take your time, my friend. Don't rush your creation. Take your time. I mean, just take it to the slow. Plan your car. Make sure your car is perfect in every single way, and don't rush your creation. And I will see you in a week. And of course, the winner of this challenge will get a copy of this car, the Monaco, which is absolutely amazing. So that's pretty much my friend. If you have any question, of course, you can ask me on Discord. The link in the description below, so you can submit your car over there. And of course, if you have any question, of course, you can tell me that in the comments or on Discord. So that's pretty much it, my friend. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and of course to check out my Patreon page if you want to download this car right now, or if you want to download all of my other crazy creations. And of course, if you want to get a special role on Discord, plus my BN shop, if you want to purchase a t-shirt, purchase a mug, an apron, whatever, that will be also very, very helpful for this channel. So don't forget to watch my previous videos over here, get subscribed over here, and I will see you very, very soon, my friends, with more videos and more crazy creations. And goodbye for now, my friends.